just literally driven onto this ferry and he pulled up straight away because we're on an excursion today to see the Preikestolen, or the Pulpit Rock here in Norway. So we've headed on about a 1.5 hour bus ride, a 15-minute ferry across to see Pulpit Rock. We're going to head up the fjord, and then it's a 3.8 kilometer hike then up onto the top to the flat plateau that you classically see pictures of. We're at the start now of our 3-odd kilometer hike up to the top of Pulpit Rock. So we've got to head off into the forest and up. And we're going to make our way up to an area that's about 25 meters by 25 meters. That's on top of the Fjord that runs out. It's on the first third of it, so we're not that far in. But we'll stand on top around 600 meters above the fjord level. This is the kind of terrain you can expect on the way up to Pulpit Rock. It looks a bit like this, very bouldery, not too bad. And then that's the view out, just on the hike up. So a lot of the hike up to Pulpit Rock is either rocks, or there are new paths. There's a new project underway at the moment to make it a bit more accessible. It's fast becoming one of the most visited tourist spots every year in Norway, and it is quite accessible. It's under 4 kilometers as a hike, but the terrain makes it a little bit harder, so they're trying to put these kind of things in place, these paths, to make it just a bit easier for people to get up, because it's all well and good if you do a little bit of walking, but if you don't, you still want to see the sights, you got to put a bit of effort in. Project I was just saying about. Down there's a bunch of guys and gals making sure that the path is going to be ready for people in the future. And a lot of these will be Sherpas brought over from the Himalaya, and come over to work and restore these paths. So if you ever do come up here, remember to say thank you to these guys and girls that put those steps in for you. An hour and 20 at a pretty fast pace, and quite a few people already making the routes. Quite a few people making their way down actually, but the first bit is definitely the hard bit, and after that it levels out a touch, but you kind of got these paths that run along. A little bit of scrambling involved, but nothing too serious, and like I said, these paths just make it that touch easier. We're not too far away now. Around this corner we should be overlooking the fjord. So as you come out and start to plateau over here, as you get towards that edge, you kind of got to stop walking. Otherwise, go over that. That's the lower third of the Fjord. Getting back up there, and I've done there. Crazy. So most of the western fjords are made out of something called gneiss, which is a metamorphic rock, and over the centuries, over the millennia, weathering has occurred and worn a lot of it away. So glaciers will have carved out many of the fjords in the western side of Norway, and these are one of them. So this is the Fjord, and down there, all these angular rocks you can see, Pulpit Rock just over there, and all of these fjords would have been carved out by glaciers, but these angular parts would have been carved out by plucking. So get a bit closer. So the angular parts, so let's do it that way actually. So the angular parts you can see on Pulpit Rock there, as the glacier came down, the snout of the glacier reached Pulpit Rock, it'll have freezed the water in the crevices in the rock and would have just pinged it off. So freeze thaw happens a lot in the mountains, and when you get freezing happening in the crevices, it can actually split rocks apart. So that'll have split off, the block would have fallen off and got carried away with the glacier.